Time to do something that I forgot to do in the last video. Hire drivers. Enjoy. So, like I said, I actually forgot to do this in the last video. I bought trucks, but I forgot to actually hire the drivers. So, yeah. Also, I forgot to fix this truck. So, that's what I'm gonna do. Going to drive forward a little bit and go to sleep. Uh, let's sleep till 6. Screw it. Screw that. I'm just going to spend the money to have it towed to the yard, which is like half a mile away. And of course, it's frickin' raining. Naturally. Um, so I need to hire some drivers. So let's look at some drivers. You look like you would stop smiling if I put you in a cab over, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you the big truck. Older feller, I'm going to give you my Western Star. Let's see. This should be confusing. Give you that one. And then give you Martin V. This one. Give you the finding a decent driver is kind of hard to like. I mean, it probably really doesn't matter who I pick. Um, because they're all going to do the job that I'm hiring them for, which is to take cargo from point A to point B. What the hell kind of name is that? Whatever. Yeah. Anyway. On to fixing up my truck. Oh, come on, it. Rid of that stupid alarm. Can't stand that crap. Alright, let's see. Let's see. C15. Mid-hill. Let's do this one. So, chip tuned, 800 horse, 2,900 foot-pounds of torque. Stock is only 1850. I don't understand how that works. 2,500 newton meters, 3,600 newton meters. We're gonna go with this. Of course, I'm gonna go with an automatic because I don't really want to deal with the manual. Well, okay. I would prefer a manual transmission. But the problem is that I don't have much of a way to actually shift gears. Standard chrome wide, exclusive. I'm not sure if like having the standard chrome wide or having the wide tires actually does anything in game. I know there's a method to the madness in real life, like better fuel economy, better towing, less drag when you turn, whatnot. But I'm not sure about in game. So, let's see. I also need to adjust my seat, field of view, all the way up to 90. Can I please click on this? Not the other way. There you go. I really don't like that it doesn't, um, doesn't give you the thing again. If you know what I mean. Let's see, what else? Just seat, steering wheel. Do that. Adjust the mirrors. The right one, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I'm gonna go back to the garage and I'm gonna grab a trailer. That's actually kind of fun. Drifting and semi. Let's see. I actually want to get a different trailer. I'm going to do a gas tank trailer. I know it's not really all that different or all that cool or whatever, but I think it is. I haven't ever driven one. At least I don't think I have. Pretty sure I haven't. At least I haven't owned one. So there's that. Can we get standard chrome wide? Apparently not. Individual fenders or double fender? I think I like double fender better, honestly. Hose, chrome, because of course. Uh, I like the wing. That's pretty neat. I'm gonna go with the chrome though. Fix chrome. And here. And yeah, $72,000 later. I am now the proud owner of a gas tank. I'm really not a fan of this mouse anymore. It's double clicking. And of course, they don't make these anymore. So naturally, you know. Let's find a job. Going all the way up to Portland. Down to Cali, Ogden. Going all the way up to Portland from Vernal. Alright, so we're fast traveling to Vernal. I'd be pissed if I've done all this and I'm not even freaking recording. $109,000. This is not really great weather, I'll be honest with you. Can I cheat? Take a shortcut. Kinda, sorta, not really. However, what I can do is I can do what I had intended on doing maybe down in Oregon. This goes to a garage. I can purchase it on the store thing, but I think I'll go see it in person first. I still like doing it this way. Let's buy the garage! So, for the hardcore series, I really haven't decided if I want to keep the current profile or go with a brand new one and like start from scratch. Actual scratch. Or if I want to try and do like a let's play roleplay or what. I'm still kind of on the fence about that. But I have quite a while to decide on what I'm going to do. I'm not planning on starting that till I'm either at $10 million out of debt on here, on this profile, or it's been 1 year of videos. That's when I'm planning on switching to the other profile and restarting the series. Of course, I could do it at 80. I guess that would kind of be better. I don't know. I'm still kind of like, how do I go about doing the hardcore version of this? I mean, is it really hardcore? It's just an economy mod. That's literally all it is. Economy and realistic fuel pricing. Now see, this road should connect down yonder, but it does not. Look, another Volvo. Either way, I think I know how I'm gonna do the series as far as like what truck I'm gonna buy and stuff. I just haven't really decided how I'm gonna start the series. I do believe I'm gonna turn right and then turn right again. Is this the exit? I believe this might be the exit. I'm starting to do more things realistic in practice for when I start doing the more hardcore series. I think instead of making that hard left, I'm going to go right. As soon as it started raining, it quit raining. This is a little rougher, that's for sure. Nice bike. So I watched a preview video of the Ford pickup truck and the Ford Mustang that they're adding to the game. I can't wait to see what mods people do with that. Like, the engine mods, like the sound mods. It's gonna be awesome. Now, if they were to implement the or add the 67 Camaro, I could imagine people, putting a cammed 454 because reasons. A cam 454 with a four on the floor, you know. You know, I randomly thought of a good title for this video. I don't know that I'll use it. But I mean, it kind of is true. For those actually wondering, the title that I'm thinking about, you will know if I actually use it. Hauling ass and moving gas. Here, weed eater. Yeah, I did put dual stacks not good. Couldn't remember if I did that or not. You know, 37,000 pounds shouldn't feel this damn heavy. Of course, it is liquid. Pretty sure liquid chlorine. Or maybe it's actually in gas form. I don't know. I know that stuff will rust the hell out of a truck. I'm honestly wondering if when they get to Tennessee, Alabama, Kentucky, the southern states. Hi, my cousin truck. If they will do my hometown and like towns that I know and stuff. I do know this. If I'm still doing YouTube and ATS specifically, anyway, by then I am going to probably restart the profile again for probably the upteenth time, and I will actually make my hometown my home port. Unless I can't do my hometown, then I'll do either Memphis or Nashville. Both of which are cities that I hate having to go in. Probably the reason why this kind of feels heavy is because I have an automatic instead of a manual. We got 6 gears instead of up to 16 or 18 gears, rather. Not a very long passing zone. Boy, going downhill, you're screaming. Heck yeah. Let's just hope a cop doesn't round this corner. Why are you employees costing me money, for crying out loud? You're supposed to be making me money, not costing me money. Hmm. 'Cause, 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 don't understand why you're going so frickin' slow. Whatever. Oh, you're bugged out. Okay, so those are blinkers. You know, I'm honestly thinking that I should probably, for the hardcore series, like, limit my horsepower rating to something realistic. Like, you're not gonna. Well, okay, you can. You could turn it up, but. God damn it. Freaking mouse just keeps coming in my room. Like I said in the last video, yes, there's a mouse in here. Everyone has mice. So don't think you're special. Just because you haven't seen them doesn't mean you don't have them. Anyway, back to the hardcore thing. I'm kind of thinking should just limit my horsepower to like 550, 600. Something, you know, kind of realistic. Like, you're not gonna be able to find a used truck, most likely, that has an 835 horse Caterpillar in it. Because they're not designed for 835 horse. Would you change gears already? Anyway, they're not designed for 835 horse. So, they would be basically destroyed. Right? So I think limiting my horsepower to about 625, which you can honestly find 6 1/4. It's a little rare, but you can find them, and you can find them that's been turned up. Why? Why? Frickin' merge. I like garbage. Yeah, I need to be in this lane. Come on, light. Yeah, what do y'all think about the horsepower limits uh, of, like, 625 or 635, which I think is the lowest, uh, not the lowest, but the next level down from 700 or 650 in most cases, I think. Alright, so not this one, but the next one I'm getting off. Never mind, it doesn't go that way. And just like with this series, if I buy a new truck and put a motor that doesn't belong in it, it's a glider. Which are legal, by the way. They're not legal to make anymore, unfortunately. But they are still legal to own, as far as I know. The EPA is just, they're dumb with their regulation bullshit. Like, it's kind of sad, well, it's not kind of, it is sad, to see companies like Caterpillar get out of a business that makes them, or made them, millions of dollars because of regulations. Of course, it's been years since they got out of the business of OTR trucks, but it's just like the EPA basically forced them out of a business that they were in for like 50 years or something like that, which is dumb. Okay, I'm going. Probably going to get pulled into this way station as well. Yep. This is one of the things that I would absolutely despise about being a truck driver. Anyway, back to that whole conversation about like Cat getting out of the trucking business. Yeah, don't merge over. Don't merge over or anything. Freaking bastard. Just stay alongside me. instead of merging the frick over. Now I'm going to go past you, and if you hit me, it's going to be your fault, not mine. Anyway, this is according to a friend of mine who is a diesel mechanic. Which I think I've talked about this before on earlier videos. The stuff that they put on diesels now, 18-wheelers, so that they meet emissions requirements, basically does nothing. Except for slow freight down, cost more money, and make it where people don't want to be a truck driver anymore. And I can tell you that, honestly, just by looking at it. When you have a bunch of sensors and, like, added weight for fluid that doesn't matter, you know, it's not going to help, it's going to hurt. Trying to figure out how that mouse keeps getting in here. Thought I set my door up good enough, but I guess not. Oh well. I don't want to kill the little bastard, but I need him to stay the hell away from my computer and stuff. Anyway, back to the regulation bullshit. So you got a bunch of sensors and stuff that fail. You got tanks that have filters in them that fail. And they don't just cost a couple $100. No, they cost multiple thousands of dollars every time they fail. So you have a 18-wheeler hauling 80,000 pounds going down the road like I am right now. Suddenly a sensor malfunctions and thinks that my truck is not meeting the exhaust limitations or whatever. Not meeting the standards that it just passed the inspection for like 20 miles ago. So it puts the truck in limp mode. Which limits your speed to like 25 miles an hour. Or less. Hell, some trucks will even just stop. Like, you'll go into limp mode and you stop. Am I going to get pulled into every single fucking way station along this road? Like, do way stations not talk to each other? One driver makes me 1,000, another costs me 700. Anyway, back to the regulation shit again. So, um, you have filters, it fails, sensors, all this stuff. You're driving down the road like I am, and your truck goes into limp mode because a sensor fails, and you're limited to like 20 mile an hour or less, or you're just SOL and you stop. Right? Worst case scenario, your truck just decides, you know what, I'm not going to run anymore because the sensor says that you can't pass emissions. Not, oh, you need to have this checked. The sensor says that you're not passing emissions. Visit service station immediately. Or within 1,000 miles or something like that. No. We gotta make it immediate. Like, where it just stops. There is no, oh, you have this going bad. You should do this. It is no. This says that it's bad. We're stopping now. So, you see the problem with that, right? Not only that, it adds weight to the truck. Every pound that you have in the truck or on the truck itself is a pound less that you can haul. Okay? That's why skinny people driving trucks make more money than bigger people driving trucks. I don't think that's actually true. That's just a joke. Anyway. So it adds like 1,500 pounds or something like that to the truck. Not only that, the EGR chokes the truck. It's breathing its own fart, basically. And I don't know about you, but I don't like smelling my own fart, okay? Especially if I have a bowl of white beans or pinto beans. Ooh, no. I don't want to smell my own fart after that. Nope. And that's basically what the diesel engine is doing. It's sniffing its own fart at that point. So engines that used to go 1.5 to 3 million miles dead after 100,000. Dead after 150,000. In frame after 90,000 miles. And that's with regular maintenance and scheduled maintenance and like taking care of it, not raw dogging it or whatever, like not pushing it by just hammer down all the time like I do on here. But not doing that kind of stuff, actually taking care of your truck because that is what makes you money. And yeah, that stuff just makes it just not work after a while. So you have to spend $15,000-$20,000 in repairs, and it takes you 3, 4, 5 months to recuperate that. Actually, it probably takes longer. It probably takes like half a year, 6 months, 8 months, something like that. So it's not great. But that's why people years ago were making gliders. They wanted the brand new comfort, like the comfort of this brand new truck, but the reliability of the old 3406 Cat, mechanical 3406B, mechanical diesel. It runs on anything that burns. Use cooking oil, throw it in a fuel tank. Use motor oil, mix it with diesel, throw it in the fuel tank. You know, it would run on any and everything. And be reliable doing it. At least the multi-fuel engines would. So, yeah. Those days are gone, which kind of sucks because I want to be a truck driver and I don't want to deal with the new bullshit that is the sensors and DES fluid and all that crap. I need to find a place to rest pretty soon. I have 25 hours to get there, so it'll be dark here in a couple hours. How long until the next rest stop after this? There's one in Idaho, in Boise. I will also need fuel. Question is, I've already passed it, so it's probably too late. 22 minutes. Yeah, I can do that. It'll be fine. I'll also get some fuel on there. Not that I really need it, necessarily. There's actually also a garage here in Boise, Idaho, that I kind of want to buy. There we go. That sign's in the way. Also, the same piece of track 3 times. Across a double. Where are the fuel? It's up here. $5.51 a gallon. Ugh. That's gonna be expensive. $465. Let's do... Yeah, let's do 10 hours. And of course, it's freaking raining. Brakes don't really want to work right now because they're wet, I guess. I don't know, I haven't been driving that long though. It looks like it should stop raining just any time, so should be good. Probably not smart to do 65, so I'll just do 60 or 59. Turn the auto jake on. would be nice if you would hang 6. Would be real nice if you would hang 6. And like that, it's done raining. Which is nice. Still got 7 hours to go. Holy crap. That's another thing that I wouldn't really like about driving a truck, especially if I did over the road. Why are you people calling that? Employees costing me money. That's not very good. But, that's one thing that I wouldn't really like about being an over-the-road driver is having to sleep in the truck all the time. Why I went the way that I did... Oh, wait, that's not poison. Derp. I thought I just made a gigantic freaking circle there for a second. But no, I didn't. Oops, wrong button. I think I know where I'm going to start my, my new profile, though. I'm going to start here in what is essentially the border between Washington and Idaho. So I have 2 states right there. One thing that I want to do is, like, actually try to build an empire, like, do it smart, because I'm going to use an economy mod that makes it rather difficult. When you use realistic fuel pricing, I don't know how realistic it'll be. Could be cheaper or more expensive than what's actually in the base game already. I am going to use, you know, the engine mods and truck mods and stuff like that, quality of life stuff that I like. I haven't really decided how I'm going to do it, though, as far as, like, the hardcore series is concerned. Whether to do it as a Let's Play roleplay and actually try to get into the roleplay, or do it as a Let's Play. Like this one. Probably going to end up being just a Let's Play like this one. I might try to do it kind of realistic, but I doubt it. Or kind of roleplay, but I kind of doubt it. Truck is 4% damage, trailer is 2% damage. Why is the truck double damaged? Is that just like tires? I don't know, maybe I should go back to single wide and dualies. Make it an actual 18-wheeler instead of a 10-wheeler. I guess technically it's a 14 wheel because I'm only taking 4 wheels off. Into road work at the wall. You know, it really doesn't seem like much, but the difference in RPM between 5 and 6 is just enough to make the engine not scream in my ear. How long is this video going to be? It's going to be a pretty long video. Yay, not. An hour and a half, give or take. I know I mentioned this a few times already in videos. Longer or shorter format? Like 30-minute videos, multiple parts per video. Like this one could be done into 3 parts. 30 minutes each, give or take. Or longer, like 2 hour. 2 hour plus. So, at the time of recording this, I have 142 of 1,000 subscribers. 14% there, which is really nice. I have a little under 400 watch hours out of 4,000, which is decent, but I'd like to get that up quite a bit. I need to get that up, is really the case. I know that I keep talking about the subscriber stuff. Well, like it's kind of old. But, you know. I appreciate all the subscribers and all the views that I get, even though it's like most of the views within the first like 48 hours are barely double digit, like 10 to 15 views. Still pretty good considering that for the most part, most of my videos in the past would go 2, 3, 4 weeks without getting any views. That has a lot to do with the new system that YouTube is actually running to actually help small channels like mine. So, yeah. I have been pulled into every single fucking way station. Give me a break. This load was 81,000 pounds when I left. It is 81,000 pounds now. Can you move your ass? Hey, 81,900 pounds. Yay. I wonder what the next one will say. 81,900 pounds. Depending on how much fuel I use. Don't stop on the damn road. Merge over. Now that I know how to take a picture, go into picture mode and go up. Really, that's as high as I can go? Oh, you suck. And then X. Of course, it's going to be kind of blurry, but I'd like to take a picture over here. If I can, but I don't think I can. Nope. Can only go so far. Oh well. It's fine. See, that car's smart. They merge over. we go. So I don't really know how to make good thumbnails. I use vidIQ to make thumbnails, but I'm gonna try and learn how to make good thumbnails. Why are you going so slow? If I can figure out how to make thumbnails, and they may look like crap, but they will be custom thumbnails. And what is it that's over there? It's a dealership. Do I get off now and go discover it and get back on later, or do I just ignore it? I think I just ignore it. Part of me wants to go explore, but I also don't. You know, by the time I actually am able to get all the DLC for this game, it's probably going to be to the point where the DLC costs like $200. Because there's going to be so much of it. It's going to be like 30 of 48 states. Which I mean won't be a bad thing, but it's like instead of being $50 for all of them, it's going to be $200 because I got to get all of them, you know. But we'll see. That's one of the main reasons why I want to get the channel monetized as soon as possible, is so that I can actually take the money from the channel and actually invest in stuff like that. Now, granted, from what I understand, you won't actually get to take out any money until you have $100 in YouTube revenue. So, like, your minimum balance is $100. And that can be done over a year, I think. At least I hope it's a year instead of a month. Which I mean is fine. You know, because I will eventually get there. It may just take some time. I think I mentioned this in the last video as well. I do have a Patreon. It is being set up. I'm still working out like what to actually put on there, or how to go about doing it to make it actually like worth something. After I get a few more subscribers, like 500 subscribers and enough watch time to actually do the channel membership, I will also look into making a merch store if people are interested in that. That would be something that could be on Patreon, maybe, like help with new designs, help with designs, that kind of stuff. Like, be one of the tiers where, you know, you join the highest tier, you help me with creating designs for shirts and stuff. You know, I don't know. There's a lot to YouTube. Like, there's a lot more to YouTube than just making the videos. I do know that. The more I'm looking into it, like with sponsorships, for example, there's a lot more to it than just making the video and sending them the link to the video or sending them a copy of the video. There's quite a bit more to it than that, but that's the basics of it, at least. But it's something that I actually want to do. I actually want to try and, get YouTube off the ground and get to where I'm making money off of YouTube. So, hopefully within the next couple years, I will actually have maybe a sponsor. Um, I don't know who it would be. Like, I don't know. Just gonna have to wait and see, I guess. That's 2, 3, 4 years down the road. By then, I may not be doing YouTube as a gamer. I may be doing YouTube as like a vlogger or whatever, like a truck driver, or you know, for all I know, the world could end tomorrow. You know. But we'll just have to see how everything pans out, I guess. I do know this whole bull crap of like everyone wanting your ID online to verify that you're over 18 or whatever. I really hate that. Like, it's really dumb. And everyone wants to say, oh, well, it's to protect the kids. No, it's not. It is not to protect the kids. That's the reasoning behind it, or their logic behind it, but the real reason is so that they can keep tabs on what everyone does, and you can't tell me that that's not what's happening, because it fucking is. Trust me. The government wants to know what you do, where you do it, how you do it, with who you do it with, and all that stuff. That didn't make any sense. Let me try that again. The government wants to know what you do, when you do it, how you do it, and who you do it with. There you go. That's better. So that they can keep ties, like keep track of you, and you know, like basically, I don't want to say like for gun reasons or gun control reasons or whatever, but that's part of it, I'm sure. You know, because if you have a firearm, for example, you're watching stuff about firearms. You're looking at the new Glock that's coming out. You're looking at the new Ruger that's coming out. You know, that kind of stuff. And if you have to verify your age to be online, then they know what you're doing. So, like, they know exactly who you are and what you're visiting and all that stuff. Like, it's. They'd say that it's for protecting the kids. It's not. Will I be pulled into this way station? Hey, wait, no. One out of, like, what, 6 that I actually get a free pass on? Holy crap. But yeah, like they say, oh, it's to protect the kids, it's to protect minors that are under 18 from harmful websites. You know, they have this magical thing called parental control. Fucking use it. What parental control is real simple. It is literally there's different versions of it, but this is one of them. It is a list of sites that are okay for anyone to visit inside of your household that is connected to your internet. Or on the phone, for example. If you are a parent and you have a phone for your kid who is like 15, 16, whatever, you can limit what they can actually visit on their phone. You know, because someone could argue, oh, well, they can just, disconnect from the Wi Fi and just look up harmful websites on their phone. Not if you block those sites on their phone. If you know about websites that you don't want them visiting, then you can block them. You can block certain things about websites. Like if a website contains nudity, for example, then you can block any website that contains nudity, which would also include YouTube because, there are videos on YouTube that are educational videos, by the way, that have either uh, living people that are naked that are, being examined, or donor bodies of people that passed away from natural causes that are also being examined. There's surgical videos, stuff on YouTube as well. And unfortunately, there's also, the kind of stuff that you don't want your kids to see. But kids see it all the time, so, it's kind of whatever. And also, personal opinion here, I may not be alone in this. If it is okay for the teachers of the schools and the adults of the school to present kids, like little kids, in like second, third, fourth grade, with the idea of being transgender, what's the point? What's the point of trying to protect them from something online when in school they're being taught that you may not actually be a boy? You may, in fact, be a girl. Like, no. That's not how biology works. But, people think that's how it works, apparently. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like I gotta literally went on a rant the entire video about this crap, which I kind of did. Come on, downshift. Oh, you're gonna hold it. Which is fine. Random picture time. Take one going the other way, I guess. There we go. I'm going to use that just randomly. I wish it would move faster, but it's fine, I guess. And we're here. Okay, that's easy enough. Hello, lag. There we go. 29 hours, 974 miles, 135.1 gallons. Pretty good. I'm also level 34. which is nice. I now have all of my things, so we're good. Back up to 421, 421, 421. Now that is something you don't see every day. $421,421. That's pretty cool. Video is a little over an hour and a half long. With the intro and all that stuff, probably like an hour and 37 minutes, give or take. Hour and 38. Trying to blow my glasses off. Not really working. Anyway, so if you made it to this point in the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more. If you haven't already, hit the little bell icon and make sure it's set to all. I would recommend checking back because YouTube it doesn't push my videos, and I have been running a little bit of an experiment where I just let it upload or release the videos at midnight instead of 1 p.m. Mainly because I've got some friends that are across the pond from me that watch my videos, and I know they are up at midnight my time, so, you know, it works out better for them. They're like, getting off work, whatever, it's like 7 or 8 a.m. there, I don't know, it's weird. But, yeah, so, let me know in the comment section, like, what is a good time to release videos. Like, try to translate it from whatever time you're in to whatever, to like my time zone. I am in Central US time, so, or US Central time, whatever. So try to translate that if you can. If you can't, just like, you know, I'll try to do it. But yeah, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye for now. If I can stop the video. There we go.